Hi, this is Andy Newman with Joyner Fine Properties in Richmond, Virginia, coming to you with another in the short video series, this one on foreclosures, part 3. Now that you've identified a property in which you have an interest, it's time to make an offer. Keep in mind, one of the most golden rules that you need to consider when you're making an offer is whom you're going to be dealing with. You're not going to be dealing with a homeowner who is emotional about the property. You're going to be dealing with a trustee. They have a lot of properties that they're overseeing, and believe me, they are not emotional about this property. So this is going to be total business. Don't expect any personality at all out of the lien holder. Look, they're people too, but it's not like dealing with a homeowner. So get your mind flushed with any preconceived notions and assume you're going to be dealing with somebody who could care less whether you buy the property or not. Okay? That'll put you in a very good position for negotiating. Now make sure that you've been pre-approved already and you have a written pre-approval from a commercial lending entity, a mortgage company, if you will. Because once you've established that you're a good buyer, a viable, financially capable buyer, then you put yourself in a very good negotiating position. Foreclosures are not all giveaways. The mortgage company is certainly going to list the property at a competitive price, but they're going to try to recoup their investment too. And they're not going to put the property on the market at 50% of value. They will have their agent who's already done research on the property and on the neighborhood and come up with a reasonable listing figure. Now, different mortgage companies will come off that figure, most probably up to a certain percent. That percent is only known by the mortgage company themselves. On the average, you can say that perhaps up to 10% can be negotiated on some of these properties, but you never know. Sometimes properties are positioned in the marketplace at a very low price in order to get multiple offers. When there are multiple offers, since we're competitive by nature as human beings, we like to win. And sometimes there are bidding wars. So be careful if you get into such a situation that you have a clear idea of what the property is worth and a figure, a top figure that you just don't want to go over. Okay? So when you're negotiating, banks don't want to see contingencies. They understand you may need to get a mortgage. They understand you want to have a home inspection. And you can have your agent make provisions and conditions in the offer that will protect you, but the mortgage company is looking for as clean a contract as possible. They don't really care if you're getting cash, if you're paying cash, or you're getting a mortgage, so long as you're pre-qualified. Cash, of course, is much easier, can close quicker, and there is actually a little less risk to the seller, if that is the mortgage company, if someone is paying all cash. But to them, it's going to be all about the bottom line. And they already know what their expenses are going to be. So keep your requirements clean, make it a clean contract. Odds are the mortgage company is not going to pay these days for buyer's closing costs. They're not going to pay for points. They're not going to want to pay for home warranties. And they're going to want to pretty much sell the house as is. Most of the time, they're not going to make repairs. And it can get a little sticky because if you're getting a mortgage and your real estate agent who's helping you buy the property will help you through this, but if you're getting a mortgage and the property needs repair, well, a new mortgage company is probably not going to want to make a loan on the property knowing that it needs repairs. They're going to want those things repaired prior to closing. And if the bank who owns the house isn't willing to make repairs, guess what? It could be incumbent on you, the buyer, to make the repairs on the property so that you can buy it. So you may have skin in the game before you even own the property, and that's just the way this game is played. But if it's a good enough investment, then it will certainly be worth your time. We'll talk more about this in the next video, number 4, but until then, this is Andy Newman with Joyner Fine Properties. Thanks for dropping by.